Good morning, YouTube. This is going to be one interesting live. Um, so I'm just like not really in a good mood today. I woke up in a good mood, and then within a couple minutes of me waking up, my dad wakes up and he tells me that I'm not going to school today because he wants me to go to the campus and apply for summer classes now. Um, I already went ahead and I emailed my counselor like 2 weeks ago and she hasn't replied yet. So, um, I mean, I really don't know. I really just don't want to go down there. I don't even like, oh my God. And I'm upset because I was so looking forward to going to school today and seeing my babe. And now, like, I don't know when I'm going to see him because next Monday we don't have school. And I don't even think we have class like next week. So, I don't know. So, yeah, and I'm upset because I'm trying to finish this class. And because of him and because of me too, a little bit, I'm probably not going to get a certificate in Microsoft Access, which is sad because I worked really hard. But yeah, so I'm waiting for my boyfriend to wake up so I can tell him that he won't be seeing me today unless he comes to my house. I'm so upset. So yeah, I'm just upset because my boyfriend only goes to school 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, because he works. So like, it's just I don't know. It's just really annoying because it's like, and what's really irritating about it was like he didn't tell me this yesterday. He didn't say, hey, like, you know what I'm saying? So I had my alarm set for school and everything. This is legitimately last minute. And I don't like last minute shit. I really don't. So it's like, you know, so yeah, I guess my baby's gonna have to come over. I think I'm gonna go to my mom's today too, actually, because I just don't. This is why I don't come here a lot right now because he's stressing me out. I can't. When I'm with him, delta, delta, delta. When I'm with my mom, he doesn't ask. She doesn't ask, which is what I like about her. Is that like she cares, but she also knows that I'm an adult and I need to make my own decisions and not I shouldn't be going to college because you're making me. I should be going to college because I want to get a job. I want to have a life. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't feel like that. It feels like I'm going because he's making me, not because I want to go. And if you make me do something, it's going to be a chore. If I get up and I say I'm going to go to class, that's not a chore. But if you say, Lisa, go to class or I'm going to take your phone, that makes it a chore. I don't like chores. So I don't know. Okay. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I woke up this morning and my nose was so congested. I don't know why. You guys, I had the best dream ever. And I'll tell you why it was the best dream ever because I had a dream that I had siblings. And we were all in the car, like doing sibling stuff. Like basically what happened was I had my permanent or whatever. And I took basically in the dream, my mom had two cars. So she let me take her other car to get something from like from Quick Stop or whatever. So I went and I got the Quick Stop, and then um my like siblings met me there, or like they walked there, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we have to go to Nana's because we have to go to the hospital because Nana's in the hospital." And so they were driving my car, and it was just funny because we were like arguing like siblings and joking around like siblings. Like I don't have siblings, and I've always wanted siblings, and I've asked for siblings. So when I had that dream, it just felt so real because it was like, especially because my grandpa is sick and he's being in and out of the hospital, so it was so realistic to like be driving to the hospital to visit my grandpa with my siblings. Like, I mean, it just felt so real. And then I woke up and I'm like, fuck, I don't have any siblings. And what was weird was that I think they're half siblings because they were Asian. So I don't know. But yeah, my day is just like I just woke up and I'm already in a bad mood. Like he didn't even tell me this yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't say, "Hey, tomorrow you're going to Delta." He didn't say anything. Like if he had told me, one, I could have turned my alarm off, so I could have been sleeping right now. And two, I could have been prepared for it. I could have, like, if I had known, I could have made an appointment. But he, like I said, this is last minute, so it's like my dad, you know, and I think it's interesting because with his job, he has to communicate with people. But when he communicates with me, it is very terrible. He doesn't like I'll give you an example. So the other day, my dad, I had made this big thing of mac and cheese, like oven baked mac and cheese, and he had put it in the fridge. And I'm gonna let this part slide because he was a little tipsy, so it wasn't his fault that the yogurt spilled in the back of it. So I saw that the yogurt had spilled, and I have OCD, so I wasn't about to just leave spilled yogurt in the fridge. So I took out the mac and cheese and took the yogurt out, and I started to clean it. And he goes, "Oh, just take the thing out." To take the whole thing out because it needs to be cleaned anyway. So I'm like, okay, thinking that he's gonna clean it because usually when someone says that, that means that they're gonna clean it. So I took it out and I put it in the sink. I'm like, okay, so what about the other stuff? Like, where's the other stuff gonna go now that that thing is missing? And he goes, oh, well, you're gonna clean it and put it back. And I'm like you didn't say that. Like, what the fuck? And he was like, well, what made you? Why did you assume that you weren't gonna clean it? I'm like, because for one, I didn't make that mess. And then he starts lecturing me, oh, Eliza, you know how many times a day I clean the kitchen and a lot of the time it's not even my mess. First of all, he makes more of a mess than I do. If you look at how I eat and you look how he eats and you look how he cleans, this man doesn't even use utensils half the time when he's like mixing stuff. He uses his hands, which is why shit is everywhere. So for him to even say that I make a mess in the kitchen was kind of funny because I don't even cook in the kitchen. How could I make a mess in the kitchen? Like the only things I cook are like either instant food or like food that like is frozen. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? So I thought it was funny. Like what could I possibly have done that made a mess in the kitchen? Because I don't really cook. Like I don't really eat because I want Adderall, which is why I eat a lot of instant food because like if I have to eat, I'll do instant food. So yeah, I don't know. I love my father. I do. It's just that I think he expects me to be someone that I'm not, and I don't think he can accept me for that. And I think instead of acknowledging and realizing, like, my daughter is special and she has a learning disability, he just wants me to, like, go and keep doing these classes, like knowing that I was in the class for a whole year, and I'm gonna, you know, and I just saw on Delta that I can take a 4 week class, a 6 week class, an 8 week class, or a 12 week class. So I'm hoping that he does like a 4 to 6 week class, maybe an 8 week class at the most. Because I don't know, I don't want to do a 12 week class. I don't. That's like all summer, and it's like not. That's not cool. So um, so yeah, I'm just like not in a good mood right now because I could be sleeping in and shit. I had my alarm set and everything. I'm so upset because now I don't even know when I'm going to see my babe. I don't know if you guys can hear my nose. Like my nose is so fucked up right now. But anyway, yeah, I'm just not in a good mood. So I think I'm just gonna go and just chill, I guess. I'm gonna tell my dad when he wakes up that I emailed my counselor like 2 weeks ago and she still hasn't replied. Just to let him know that like I did try and that, maybe she's busy. That's why she didn't reply. So I mean if he wants to go down there and be that guy, he can. My dad's away. I'm gonna go. Bye.